Hi guys, this is Kieran from Kieranproskills channel, and today I'm with my good friend Steve Roberts from STR Skill School.
Yo, yo, yo.
Me and Steve met back around 2012, just as Steve was about to hit the big time with his channel, and we both got involved with street football from there. And Steve's had the pleasure from there to meet some of the top players around, but can you just give us a bit of information how you got started with your YouTube channel?
YouTube channel, yeah. I've been coaching for, well, I was coaching for about 10 years at that time. So I felt that the players that I was coaching needed something away from me. And as a coach yourself, you only get maybe like 1 hour's contact time with them. So they need a reason to go and learn something else or remember what you taught them. So I searched around YouTube and there was nothing. So after a lot of searching, I decided I'd make some of my own videos, and it literally got worldwide recognition straight away. So yeah, a bit crazy thinking that people in Malaysia and America and other areas were just watching the videos straight away.
Yeah. Sort of from there, what's it been like since then? What's been the highlights of your YouTube career?
I would say, first of all, YouTube gave me a platform to express myself, like yourself. You've discovered, street football freestyle, and it's giving you a platform to express yourself by doing your training and showing what is capable, things are capable of by practice. But for me, it was like I'm a coach. YouTube gave me that extra voice to teach the world, and from that, it was like I didn't want to just sit still and just make tutorials. I was trying to find other ways of giving people a reason to go out and practice. But the people you meet over a period of time, it's been sort of unreal. And first of all, sort of meeting the freestylers, and in that bunch of freestylers was Sayan. And we didn't make the insane skills video then, but we'd made another video. And I wanted to explore street football a bit more just by after meeting the guy the first time. But making two big videos with Andrew Henderson and Sayan, it opened up doors when the World Cup was on. So it meant I could start working with football players. And actually, one of the big dreams when I started was not just to make tutorials about the players, is to actually have the players make the tutorials with me. And the big one last year, like Neymar just before the World Cup. Having Neymar teach Neymar skills, which is a massive trending topic on YouTube, and something that it was one of the goals. He's one of the big players in my eyes, searchable people. Yeah, he was the player that sort of, you say hit the jackpot, but that you've done something well when they're saying we're going to give you some of Neymar's time. And that was huge.
Yeah, that's. How do you think street football sort of changed you as a player? Because obviously when we met, we were both far different players to what we are now. Back in 2012, and even back in January when we played the first time against each other, in 1v1s anyway. So,
I mean, the thing was, I was always a skillful player anyway, right? But you could say it's the old English style or normal style of attacking. What street football and spending time a lot, and I mean a lot of time with Sayan, Edward Van Gils, Issy, mainly Edward and Sayan, but spending time with other guys as well, you start sort of tapping into their mindset about how the game works. And it's not just what you can do on the ball, it's what you can do off the ball. How can you intimidate your opponent? How can you get psychological advantage? And a lot of people don't realise these things, but there's a lot of ground movers out there, and I'm sure some people watching this are ground movers, but when you play against the top guys, it's a totally different ball game. We played 3v3 recently, and the guys that came out on top were the guys that play more street. It's sort of more related to the game of football. But
the original style.
Yeah, but what I would say is, it's learning to be direct, to score goals, because that's what the game is all about. And even when you're playing panna, go for goal, go for goal, go for goal, because your panna opportunity is going to come, eventually. And if it doesn't come, you're in the lead and you're winning the game. Yeah. But if you're winning the game by goals, it starts putting the other player under pressure. But for me, I would say, I'm able now to not sort of be in, what's the word? Not sort of, I don't just sort of lunge for the tackle. When I see the ball is, I can be patient and know when to take the ball. Key example to that and how it helps you defending is Jan Vertonghen I met recently, and he's got so many street moves. Honestly, he can do like different akkers, knee akkers. He can do like so many knee akkers in a row without the ball touching the ground, you know. And I was asking him, like, did it help his defending? He said yes, because he can read when the ball's loose, you know, or he can be patient, you know, so he can read the game better.
I certainly understand that. I know I was a defender, I couldn't defend at all, but sort of through playing street football, I've learned to read how the ball moves a bit more, how a player moves or reacts, and I can certainly steal the ball a lot better than what I used to. So I totally relate to that. How do you think street football, freestyle football, and very other forms of football could benefit football within this country?
I just think if you're getting people to play pana, street football, freestyle, it gives them a reason to go and play with a ball rather than, you know, like sit on the Xbox or do whatever. You know, like the reason why my channel was good for people is because it gave them a reason to think, actually, that's such a difficult skill, but the way it's broken down, I feel like I can go out and practice. Yeah. Even like non-footballers felt they could just go out and do it, and that was like a big thing for me. And with what you just mentioned, I just think, you know, if you can give anyone a reason to go out and play with a ball, great. But each thing does have a relationship to the main game. You know, so like pana 1v1, there's a lot of 1v1s in games. You know, how can you sort of take advantage of a 1v1 situation? 3v3 is all about, you know, movement, defending and attacking. You know, also futsal we haven't mentioned, but that's a great relationship between the 3v3 and then obviously the 11-a-side game. And I think kids need to play more of that than going and play 7-a-side, 9-a-side, because how many times do they touch the ball in that period? And when you play pana, you touch the ball so many more times.
So many more times, even in 3v3, that's what I like playing as well. Yeah. I love playing the 1v1, the 2v2s, but yeah, definitely, I totally agree with that. 5v5 elements, I think it's a big part of what we miss in terms of touching the ball.
Exactly, yeah.
And building that ball. So, what do you think, what would you like next from your channel, and where would you like to go in the future?
Let me think. I don't know, I just like, for now, I just want to make sort of videos that people will remember. I don't just want to put meaningless content out that, you know, everybody's doing. Like, I've got so many ideas that I've not been able to produce because it's much more complicated than what I was doing before. You know, before shooting with a camera, making a tutorial was easy, but you know, I do want to do more documentary style videos, more inspirational videos. And again, when I say you want to give people a reason to go out and play, I want actually to give people a reason to believe in themselves and change their mindset, because believe it or not, the highest percentage probably in your mind. Then, you know, there's so many skillful players out there, but when you come against that you're under pressure, you know, you need to learn to deal with that. And actually, good relation to street football. Street football helps you deal with the psychological and the mental side of the game. You know, and you're sort of like in an incubator of kind of scenarios and situations, and you need to learn to deal with it. And street football is perfect for that. You know, and that's why, you know, I've sort of fell in love with it, and I wish I had it when I was younger, because I tell you what, I'll be 100% better player than what I am now.
Same here. I can say categorically say the same thing about me. I wish I found it 10 years younger, because as I get a bit older, it's certainly a little bit harder. But it's so much fun to play. So massive thank you for Steve for joining me today on my Kieran Beach Meets series. And yeah, go check Steve's channel out.
Maybe that t-shirt.
Top t-shirt, by the way. And go check Steve's channel out. Go subscribe if you haven't seen STR Skills channel before. I'm sure you've probably seen it before mine anyway. Thank you very much, guys.